Hey Marvin, here is a tutorial on how to move a photo of any of your objects to the Mega file storage site. Okay, here is your phone. I'm going to touch the home button here, and to get to our first page, we'll touch it again. And here's the opening page on your phone. You can see there's all kinds of things here. There's a clock, calendar, your photo library, your camera, a calculator, various other things. So the photos are going to go into the Mega storage file storage site. So I'm going to click on Mega here. Okay, it's going to load that page. So you can see we're here at mega.nz. So it's loading our files. Okay, so where it says cloud drive, the cloud drive is where all of your files are stored, and it shows the major folders that they're in. So we have a folder for books, ceramics, jewelry, miniatures, miscellaneous items, objet d'art. Each of these has a yellow file folder next to the word, so we know that those are folders. Now, one thing to remember, almost all of these folders have folders inside of them, subfolders. So for the books, here, if I click on the book folder itself, we have, those are broken down into art books, horticulture books, medieval books, and miniature books. Okay? So this back arrow will take me back to the complete list of all the folders. So I'm going to touch that now. And there we are, back at the cloud drive. Okay, so that's where that is. So we've decided that we want to take one of the photos from your photo library that you've already taken and move it into one of these folders. So let's press the home button here. That'll take us back to the first page. There we are. So all our photos live in the photo library, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and touch that now. I've only taken 6 photos. I would like to move this very first photo, which is sort of some kind of miniature Asian city, I guess. So let's choose that. So I'm gonna click on that. Okay, and so that's the photo that we want to move. Okay, I'll just go like that. So let's go back to our file share site. We'll press home button again, and then press it twice, and you can see there's Mega. Okay, so that item is a miniature of sorts, I guess. So I guess I should choose the miniatures folder here. And inside the miniatures folder, there's 2 subfolders. One of them happens to be Asian architecture miniatures. So that pretty much is descriptive of what that item is. So I'm going to click on that folder. Folder's empty, so this will be my first item to add to it. So to add that photo to it, I'm going to use this black box with the plus sign in it. And when I click the plus sign, it's going to ask me what I want to do. So I want to upload that photo file from my photo library. So I'm going to choose upload file. So I will touch that. Okay, as I mentioned, the photo is living in the photo library, so I'm going to touch photo library. And presto, here's our photo library. So we want to send this photo over to Mega. So I'm going to touch this and watch what happens up here when I touch it. The add option turns blue. That means it's ready to be added to the Mega folder. So I'm going to go ahead and touch that. Before they do that, I'm going to add one little thing. So if you look down here, it's telling us what size, how much memory this photo takes. It says its actual size in its biggest format is 3 megabytes. Now that's a lot of space. So before we move this, we want to sort of whittle that down to size, because if we export everything and it's over a megabyte, it's going to fill up the memory on your computer pretty quickly. So I'm going to touch the word show selected. And down here it says actual size. So I'm going to touch that. And here's some compression options. So if I touch on actual size, it'll stay at 3 megabytes, which is very large. If I touch large, it'll go from 3 megabytes down to 441 kilobytes, which is quite a bit less. And if I touch on medium, it goes down to only 139 kilobytes. So that's a pretty good reduction. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to click on medium. Okay, so this is ready to be sent over. It's now in a medium-sized format. So I'm going to click Done up here. Here I go. Now it's asking me if I want to add this, so I'm going to go ahead and add this. Okay, now the Mega site is uploading this. Okay, it says here we're all uploaded. That means we're finished. So I'm going to go ahead and close this window by pressing this X. And there's our photo in the Asian Architecture Miniature folder. Okay, so it's safe and sound in there. Now, one thing I can tell you is you can see that the name of the folder, it's a file name. And the file name is a bunch of random letters and numbers, and they're quite long. These 3 dots at the end of the name means there's way more characters after this. So some people, in order so that they can have a quick reference of what the photo is, they'll want to rename this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this bubble with the 3 dots on it, which will give us some menu options. So let me do that. And I'm just going to scroll down. And sure enough, there's the option to rename. So I'm going to touch that. Okay, so it says rename a file. Here's the old name. You can see it goes on forever. I'm going to get rid of that. So let me just touch that text, and it will turn blue. When it's turned blue, it's ready to be renamed, to type something in here. So I'm going to type in the words Japan City, because to me it looks like a little miniature Japan city. So let me type that out. Now you see, after I type in my word, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to get rid of anything else. I'm not going to try to erase the .jpeg letters after that, because that tells us what kind of file it is. So the new name is Japan City. I'm satisfied with that, so I'm going to rename it. It's telling you it's been renamed. And sure enough, there's the new name. Okay? Okay, so I think we're done with this folder. I'm going to hit this back arrow again to take me back to my collection of all the folders. Okay, that's the next folder down, which is the main miniatures folder. I want to keep going down to the even larger folders. And here's the cloud drive with all the folders: books, ceramics, jewelry, miniatures. And the photo we just took here is inside the miniatures folder. Okay, that's the process. I hope this helps.